we all know that KG is one of the best Fiora players. In fact, it can even get flexed onto the mid lane, but I don't think you would want to go Fiora in the mid lane, especially the double marksman being the meta. This is more of a good response for KBG. At least they have a late game scaling champion as well in the Zeri. So at least you have something that can still stand toe to toe against the Kai'Sa. The only concern I do have there is, of course, Kai'Sa has a long range poke. Right? Like,
Yeah, longest of all, and very irritating cooldown whenever you hit it onto any champion. And right now, that is the perk that Nova eSports possesses. The Zeri is gonna be a late game problem for Nova eSports though, especially with the amount of pressure that the Fiora and the Gragas can provide for KBG as well. The Ziggs finally will be taken out. Just a minor lead that Nova eSports has in terms of champion pool, because Xiaomi is just really good on that. The Aatrox.
Okay, so after that very long break, KBG has prepared something new. They're saying that with this Aatrox pickup, we can change things up. This means that this Aatrox and Fiora can still get interchanged. Nova sticking with their guns, going for what worked for them for consecutive games now. Oh, Yone is back on the menu, and this is okay. This is a direct counter to the Aatrox for sure. But I have been so vocal in saying, "Where's the Yone? Where is the love on Yone?"
Yeah,
I just don't understand why teams have left this champion in the drafting phase in recent times. The effect of Yone in the game is still definitely going to get felt, especially with the double marksman composition. As long as you reach the backline, especially with the Fate Sealed, if you can stack them up all on top of one another, that's a very good entry point for the Wukong and the Swain as well. And now we are seeing a favorite of Long. We know that Long is very deadly on carry champions. Never mind the Fiora. He's happy to be on the Yone.
yeah. This is a champion that we missed for so long. And yeah, there has been a tone down on the Yone. But still, the kit is there. The crowd control, the immense range that this champion has in terms of gap closing is still high. And they can fully utilize that in the fights this time around. They have the Wukong for the Cyclone, they have Demonic Ascension, they have so many setups, and also ways to protect Remake in the back line. He can go in as well. So KBG this time has to be extra careful because fortunately they do have the Varus for the Chain of Corruption and also the cast from Yuyu's Gragas to work their way in the defensive mode for team fights. But the Ton is being threatened right now.
Yeah, there's a massive nerf that Yone did receive during patch 4.2a. Less 10% attack speed and less damage towards the monster. So this is not the ultra busted auto win Yone that we often see. But again, still, if you are able to hit those 8 sealed, you're able to knock up all those very squishy members. It doesn't matter if you have 10% less attack speed, right? Like, the only thing that you have to do is to get in touch with their carries and assassinate them. This is a pseudo that we all know and love. And for now, right, again, this is their curveball. Fiora going to KG, by the way, and then the Tone will be on the Aatrox. Meanwhile, Yitze still going to be that utility weak side Baron laner, going for the Wukong.
Yitze having a bit of a hard time though in terms of the exchanges. KG is just bashing through him right now. Half HP the first minute of interaction here in this game.
AP or AD?
AP or AD?
Always AP! If it's a Kai'Sa, always AP, especially in its current state, right? In patch 4.2a. The Tone, Aatrox is, it's been a while since we've seen him on the Aatrox. It's definitely one champion he can do. But then again, we have to take note that Aatrox often gets countered by this champion, right? Like, Yone will be in your face, can lock you down, has enough burst, especially when paired with the Nautilus. So, it is expected that we will be seeing Yami going to target the jungler of KBG again, over and over again. That was their winning formula during game number 1, and I expect them to still do the same for game 4.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have the Nautilus. The lockdown is going to be incredibly helpful here for Nova Esports to pair it up with Cyclone and all the crowd controls that Nova Esports has. They have 4, which is very helpful for team fights. And it's one of the things that they actually lacked in the previous game because they only relied on Yami. And right now,
Really good.
that's lots of damage. Good dodge though by
Wow.
Long. Still able to escape
He's level
that
5.
execute damage from like point blank range.
And plus, he could have threatened a Failed all in. But that's a very good usage of Solan Bound to negate that piercing arrow. But that's a flash that was burnt. That you have to give credit to Yu in that exchange, right? Like every single time that we see this player, as you said, Yu special, he will be able to surprise every once in a while. And that was a very good surprise against Long. That's a good summoner that was burnt by him.
Right now, that is pressure alleviated here by KBG, at least in the presence of this Yone. The Ton can actually go here in the bottom lane if Yu is there, but Yami is also pathing. So they need to be extra
Chains of
careful.
corruption.
There's an interruption though, but they turn onto Yami instead, and this time he will be flashing away. The flash by the Ton, burning to death, but will want to get that sure kill in the auto attack is there.
Yeah.
KBG getting first blood.
Very important kill as well, and a very cheeky way to use the flash and the dash by the Dawn, making sure that the Darkened Blade will hit its mark. It's a good win by KBG. Also gets 3 tower plates here in the bot lane. Oh man, KBG, after that long break, may have finally found their answer to the onslaught of Nova Esports. Looking at that once again, Yami being circled down by 3 members. You look at that play by Jetone. You think it's easy to do? Yeah. Well, it takes a good amount of practice for sure to be able to make an Aatrox go sideways. I guess is the way to do it.
I know that from personal experience.
Experience, yeah.
'Cause after I attempt to do that, I get a lot of pings. Question marks.
one of those things, right? Like again, and that's also a very good lead that KBG was able to get. It's also a very good confidence booster for the jungler of Nova. This is basically what they need, because we know that the Aatrox will definitely get challenged by the Yone, especially when in the scaling department. Yeah.
Shield bow.
Immortal Shield Bow, yes, completed already for the Yone. The perfect item, in my opinion, to buy on Yone as your first item buy, and then follow it through with some more critical and attack speed items. Yami getting caught again. No flash.
Perfect suppression though. Yami survives with a shield. Good execution there by Long, but again, they're just switched to the next target, and the Kaisa is dead. Now they have numbers advantage. Now they can start the dragon. Long has to really speed himself going towards his RH because the Dawn is going to be contesting. KBG would want to get this 2 dragons or these
Special objectives, right? Especially knowing that Long is half health right now. You look at KG and Shaoma pressuring down Nova's members, Yita even being forced to flash away.
Uh-oh. Here comes Yu. Fortunately, no steal happened here to Nova Esports, but again, they have
KBG!
They need to leave a body away. And KBG is happy with the exchanges. That's 3 kills already. That is 5 of gold, and they want more. Yitz is gonna be stopped on the recall. Yu is there to follow up. The rest will just try to take him down. This time, the Fiora gets the kill. Oh man, Nova Esports keeps on getting challenged here.
Early game snowball by the early game lineup of KBG. Outside of Unrun 9, everyone is doing wonders right now. Like Unrun 9 will just scale up and be that late game insurance for themselves. But man, like this is the ideal start for KBG. 4-0. Oh man, with 1 dragon as well. Yeah, sure, you gave away the Rift Herald that was converted into a first tower, but that's the price that you are willing to trade, especially with the amount of kills that you were able to get. You are now in the driver's seat if you're KBG.
KG is ahead by a big margin of gold here against Yitze as well. And now with the anti-healing item, the acceleration is gone, and you can just make the plays. Full
You.
engage. And Yitze just gonna get chased. Absolutely no way for him to escape.
Yu has been everywhere. Like this guy. And also the fact that KG is already 3-0-1. Side lane is in shambles. This is definitely tipping the scales on towards the favor of KBG. And the balance of the map has already surrendered towards the favor of KBG. This is massive problem right now. You look at the score line of Yu. 0-0-5. 100% kill participation on the Gragas.
Yeah, you're right.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere at the same time. Perfect position, perfect timing, and perfect setups as well by the EU special. And Nova Esports has to be a lot more careful now. It's simply not the time for them to engage. The Swain is not yet online. The Yone is not yet online. Kaisa is very much behind against his counter matchup. 1,300 gold behind against Xiaoma right now is just bad news here. All over the faces of Nova Esports.
Yeah. And now you're Nova Esports. You are now getting pressured by KBG because after that long break, finally, this guy is a problem that has haunted their opposition. Is not really happening right now. Like this guy is not being felt. Although it's a very late game champion, we know that for a fact. But with the way things are going, even if it reaches the late game, KBG should have a very comfortable lead and to not really mind all those pokes coming their way. In fact, they can just go all in with Yu at the forefront of everything in that zone. They can just chase down this Kaisa and make sure that he doesn't or she doesn't enjoy the poking game or the Void Seeker simulation that we have seen numerous times now.
Nova Esports. They need to avoid every fight possible. Long has to try to steal, be a hero this time. They need him. They need the heroic plays. They need the miraculous steals here by Long. But it's just so difficult to do that right now that KBG does have a lot of crowd control to work around and just
Another one.
reposition him. Perfect timing. Cast, not though. So Nian would be able to flash away, fortunately.
Yeah.
But again, the pressure is still there for KBG all the time. Whenever they gank, it's going to be a lot of resources spent by Nova Esports just to escape.
Yeah, this is where Yu is very deadly. Whenever he is feeling it, expect him to make plays one after another. And Neon investing his ult and flash ahead of a very important objective that will spawn up. This is the Infernal Dragon that we're talking about. And there you go. We all know that KBG does want to secure this and Nova wants to stop them in doing so.
But can you actually stop them right at this point, at this level, at this condition that they are in? 0-5, 4,000 gold deficit. KBG can just be patient here. The Taunt can just wait for the perfect moment to strike alongside with Yu setup. They have the pokes. They have the burst as well. They have the lockdown. Nova Esports, they're the ones being pressured to fully commit on this.
You look at the tone. The tone is on the flank side. Yitze.
Almost dead. They do get the dragon, but at what cost? They're gonna be leaving the Wukong B. Yami as well is taken out. I think this is okay. But KBG still getting gold is a massive problem for them. The only positive side we do see here is that they do get the Infernal. They deny it from KBG.
That's a massive win actually for Nova Esports. By denying it, 3 Dragon Swing condition will no longer be there, but KBG was still able to at least get something out of nothing. KG, man, dancing shoes online, was able to dodge away from the Fate Sealed. And again, had it connected and had it been that KG went down there, that's a massive tempo breaker for the side of KBG. We're looking into that once again, and Yitze is not even allowed to play. Like, Yitze was 1 HP right on the get-go, and that Ultra Shock Laser connecting from on run 9. Oh man, this KBG, this is a KBG game encapsulated by Yu just being everywhere. 7 assists already in the game. 100% kill participation.
Oh, this time they turn, but the chain corruption is there, so the Wukong's gonna be dead, and KBG happy with a free kill that they have gotten. Nova Esports You're trying to get this crew buff. Thon is here though. You need to be extra careful. KBG will not hesitate if ever they don't overstay. They let them be for now. A while ago in the Dragon Pit as well, Yami wasn't even able to move.
And then now KG with the Hull Breaker completed. No one can stand up against this Fiora. Like, if you're Neon, you will just get your vitals procced one after another. Oh, that tone going in. Yami forced a flash.
Yeah, he will flash out as well, but Remix still dead. As the chase down by you is just perfect. KBG gets some so many free kills. They haven't been contested at all. 0-9 is the scoreline. Yami's gonna get spotted out. We're gonna be seeing 0-10 on Nova Esports. Just a massacre. A one-sided beatdown by KBG. Demonic Ascension seems to be just a minion, a descendant here of Neon. And it cannot do anything at this point.
Aaron going to get started here by KBG, and they are well on their way. Very dominating game number 4 win. If they end up winning this, they will be tying the series, and we're down to a best of 3. That's the case, right? Like, this is what we expected though. This clash between the two best teams in CN, in my opinion, right? Like, or two of the top 3 teams in CN, in my opinion, KBG and Nova Esports. We were memeing and saying that this will go the distance at full game 7, but it does look like that, you know, it's on its way, Kyung, because you look at how the game is turning out right now. We're just waiting for formalities, and if Nova, if they don't commit any big blunder, if KBG does not commit any big blunder, then they're just on their way to tie the series.
9,000 towers falling down. No pressure felt by KBG whatsoever. No sign of redemption. No sign of coming back by Nova Esports. This is really uncanny, especially for us, especially that Nova Esports started the series with a 2-0 decisive victory, and right now the isolation is going to be there. Long to be sealed onto the back line, might be perfect, but the damage still not there from Nova Esports. They're the ones who got taken out. The Nautilus is dead. They got the Aatrox though, and a double kill here by Neon. So they're slowly fighting back. There's the Void Seekers coming from Remake as well, but still the push commenced by KBG fortunately has been stopped by Nova Esports. Only the mid inhibitor will fall down.
That never moved by Neon hitting 3 members was so cool that it gave some glimpse of hope to Nova, but in reality that is just an illusion, because KBG was able to take down 3 inhibitor towers. However good that clash was for Neon, it's too little, too late.
This is just an insane of a performance here by KBG. Now they will just take this last dragon for absolutely free. Nova Esports cannot contest this at all. If they try, well, it's pretty much a game already, so why not risk it?
Yeah. That Fate Sealed threatening to steal the Ice Dragon, but denied by the Tone. 14-2 in scoreline, 11k gold gap. And in 16 minutes, 15 minutes and 30 seconds, it is pretty much a done deal by now.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the formalities. Again and again. Did we ever have a close game? Not yet, right? Like,
yeah, it's either one-sided from Nova or KBG.
Yeah. Every game has a very defined winner. Like, very convincing wins all across the board. Nova, games 1 and 2, unchallenged. Same can be said for Keep Best Gaming. Like, what's happening? Like, at the end of the day, though, we're okay with it, right? Like, it just goes to show that this is beyond the 5 players that are playing right now. It also has come down to the support staff as to how they will be adjusting their playstyle. And again, the biggest adjustment that I'm seeing right now is on KBG, allowing that Kaisa to get picked again by Nova Esports and getting answered immediately by this draft.
Oh man, Nova Esports. To think that they had the Kaisa, they had this Yone as well. We got really excited, but the way that KBG is performing right now, suppressing everything, just denying every potential that Nova Esports should have had with this kind of composition. We haven't even seen Yami go with a good pick off.
Yeah.
On a Nautilus, one of his favorite champions. That's how clean KBG has been playing in this game.
Yeah.
Completely just making sure that Nova Esports feels worthless in this particular game right now. And I mean, that's if you're going to redeem yourself, this is the best way to do it, to tie up the score, to have a dominating match.
Just slowly suffocating the air out of Nova Esports, and look at that, Yu with the turn, one head down.
Yeah, they still commit. KBG does have the damage, he have the suppression as well, and the taunt is just chasing Remake out. He's dead. I actually thought he would stay alive, but it's only Neon trying to sustain, not for long. It's a clean ace by KBG, and the game will close. Score is tied, KBG slowly climbing back up.
Why are we waiting for? Let's go to game number 7.
Let's go!
but yeah, it does look very good. Of course.